now time for everyone to take a look at today's business headlines. And for help with that, we're going to bring in a global business analyst, Hillary Fordwich, and accounting professor at Montclair State University, Dan Geltrude. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Morning, Alex.
All right, guys, let's start with the markets, which opened the week down. This morning, futures are up ahead of the opening bell. Let's kick it off with Amazon. So fresh off of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos' advice for people and business owners to take some risk off the table, Amazon itself has now announced it's laying off 10,000 workers starting this week. So, Dan, obviously, we have seen Twitter, Meta lay off workers recently, and now Amazon. Do you see this being the beginning of the economic slowdown that we've been warned about?
I think we're already in that economic slowdown, but certainly when a company like Amazon is announcing significant business layoffs, well, that's something that should be waking people up. Look, Amazon, extraordinarily successful company that has changed the world. If they're laying people off, I don't know what greater signal there could be out there in the economy to say, hey, wait a minute, we're going in the wrong direction here.
All right, let's stick with Bezos for a moment. Now, he's actually pledged to give away most of his fortune before he dies. This, as his ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott, announced her own $2 billion in donations. So, Hillary, just how impactful will this be to the world? Because obviously Bezos is one of the top 4 richest people on the entire planet.
Yes, Alex, you're absolutely right about that. Well, I have a suggestion for him and actually all those billionaires. You know, we obviously have the rock of the founding fathers in America. Why don't all the billionaires get together, just split up the entire national debt, and we can have a little monument. That's what people want when they give millions and billions, and they could go down in our history actually as wiping out the national debt. He's talked about being strategic to this. He and a few others could do it in a heartbeat. That would be a very good suggestion for him, perhaps.
That's a fantastic point. Let's switch gears a little bit. Now, a very challenging year for airlines just got even more difficult. So more than $600 million in refunds will be issued to airline customers who have had their travel plans canceled or delayed. So, Dan, why are these refunds being just now being issued, and which airlines are the biggest culprits?
So for right now, as far as what airlines are being subjected to this over $600 million worth of refunds, only one American Airlines, which is Frontier. The remaining 5 right now are all foreign airlines. Now, why is it taking so long for us to get to this point? Well, we're talking about the Department of Transportation, government, so it takes a long time for them to get around to getting things done. But why are they doing this? Extraordinary level of complaints because so many flights being delayed and canceled. And on top of that, rumor has it, there were a number of politicians from Washington part of these delays and said, wait a minute, something has to be done here.
Let's switch gears and let's talk a little Bed Bath & Beyond. We haven't talked about them in a while. Its stock fell yesterday after the company revealed how it's planning to pay off a portion of its $1 billion in debt. So, Hillary, what's got investors so unhappy about that?
Well, the stock actually, Alex, has been down. Yes, you're right. Investors are really upset. The stock has been down 74% since the beginning of the year. And one of the issues, actually, Bed Bath & Beyond, has been their online ordering. Everybody knows, obviously, how to put things in a cart for other online shopping, as we talked about earlier, Amazon. But Bed Bath & Beyond has had numbers of glitches. And I actually was delivering a keynote recently, and one of the other speakers was talking about trying to order online from there and the issue about being user-friendly. So that's kind of been on their tech side. And what's shocking about what they're trying to do right now is this is their make or break season, Alex. They either make or break it because obviously we're going into the intense holiday season, and investors are upset about that online ordering and about the way the company has been actually managed over the past few years, down 74%.
Well, let's talk about that upcoming holiday season. FedEx, that's their busiest season, but the company is now announcing furloughs. So, Dan, are you surprised by this, and how will this affect consumers?
Actually, I'm surprised from the standpoint of, really, FedEx, the company that delivers all our stuff, they're laying people off? Well, if you need more of a sign beyond Amazon letting people go, let's go to FedEx. If FedEx is laying people off, that means you're not going to have goods, services, and so on going between point A and point B around the country. That is a clear sign that the economy is slowing down. I hope there's people that are paying attention to this finally.
All right, we've got about 20 seconds left. So Star Trek's first ever comic sold for a record price at auction. Hillary, tell us about this in about 20 seconds.
Yes, this is for anybody who's a massive Star Trek fan, for those that are old enough to remember Star Trek, not that I am, but this actually features the Dr. Spock and the Captain Kirk, their effigies on the front. This is a great memorabilia piece for those people who are looking for a great holiday gift. You just missed the boat, but this is one of those huge online issues, and it shows which generation is spending their money now. It's the generation from the 60s who have the money.
All righty. Hillary Fordwich, Dan Geltrude, thank you so much for coming on this morning. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.